Imagine if, one day, a single missile changed the world. A small nation, isolated and heavily armed, North Korea, suddenly launches a nuclear missile. What would really happen next? To understand this moment, we need to go back in time. After the Korean War ended in 1953, North Korea became one of the most secretive nations on Earth. Over decades it built a massive military under the leadership of Kim Il-sung, then his son Kim Jong Un, and now Kim Jong Un. In the early 2000s the country began testing nuclear weapons. The world watched with concern as underground detonations confirmed that North Korea had joined the ranks of nuclear-armed states. Today, it's estimated to have dozens of warheads. Small compared to the US or Russia, but enough to cause global catastrophe. If North Korea ever launched a nuclear missile, global detection systems would react within seconds. Satellites from the US, Japan, and South Korea continuously scan the skies. Missile warning systems would immediately alert major powers. World leaders would have minutes to decide, is it real? Where is it headed? A single decision could determine the fate of millions. If the missile was aimed toward another country, interceptors from Japan, South Korea, or the United States would attempt to destroy it mid-flight. But if even one nuclear warhead reached its target, the results would be catastrophic. A single modern nuclear weapon can release energy equivalent to hundreds of thousands of tons of TNT. The explosion would create a fireball hotter than the surface of the sun. Shockwaves would flatten buildings for miles. Radiation would poison the air, water, and soil. In seconds, tens of thousands could perish, and that's just the beginning. The world economy would collapse overnight, stock markets would crash, internet networks, global trade, and travel would freeze in panic. If a nuclear missile were used in combat, it would trigger the world's most dangerous chain reaction: political retaliation. Global powers would hold emergency summits, the United Nations would convene instantly, other nations might prepare their own defenses, or even counterattacks. Even if the world avoided total war, the psychological impact would be irreversible. For the first time since 1945, humanity would have witnessed a nuclear strike. Millions would flee cities, borders might close, and trust between nations could be shattered for generations. But here's the truth. The future isn't written yet. Behind the politics and power struggles there are scientists, diplomats, and peace organizations working tirelessly to ensure that nuclear weapons are never used again. Since the Cold War, humanity has avoided disaster through communication, restraint, and understanding. The ultimate weapon doesn't have to mean the ultimate end. So what if North Korea launched a nuclear missile? It would remind us how fragile our world truly is, and how vital peace remains in the nuclear age. The real power isn't in the weapons we build, it's in our ability not to use them. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content.